sir. B95, Young Jizzo, Young California. Special guest in the building, man. SoCal's own Fashawn.
Ho for president, chop ho for president.
Now this is a big day for you, man. The Ecology officially out right now. So at this very moment, with the album out, everything, the build up to it, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling like, man, I feel like this must be what it feel like when you give birth to your first son or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so proud. I feel so happy that all the work you put into it, man, all the blood, sweat, and tears, man. To see it was all worth it, man. Especially with last night. To see that turn out, I mean, oh my
Crazy.
God. You know what I mean? So, it wasn't like that on the first album, man. So, yeah, just to see the growth, man, is unreal.
Speaking of the first album, obviously this is your sophomore album. You have the freshman album, Boy Meets World. What would you say is the difference, man, as far as growth from that album to what we're hearing now?
Simply, this album is 10 times, 20 times better than the first album, man. That's all. I mean, I've evolved into a man now, you know what I'm saying? On the first album, I was just a naive boy, naive kid, just thinking that he knew everything about the world, man. On this one, I feel like I'm finally wise enough to know that I don't know much, you know? So I think the songs are a lot heavier and just sonically, it's on a whole nother level. And the difference is, on this album, I got various producers, you know, opposed to the first one, I only had Exile in my corner. But on this one, I got guys like Khalil, Alchemist, and just the list goes on. So, yeah, and that's why I think this album is that's why I say it's gonna make my first album jealous.
Yeah.
Already. Yeah.
That's good though, man. You always want to see growth because I mean, Boy Meets World, that's a classic in its own. Obviously now, man, you signed to the hip hop legend himself, Nas Mass Appeal. I mean, that's got to be crazy getting that phone call or that email. It's like Nas wants to meet you, Nas wants to sign you. I mean, just that bill. What can you say is like so far? Because I'm sure he's still got a lot of game to pour on you. So far, what's the best advice or best thing that Nas has told you so far?
I would have to say, don't be afraid to be honest, man. Like in your music and with your audience and with the public. Like, don't be afraid to be honest, man, and always stay on course and stay focused on what you're doing, man. There's gonna be a lot of distractions coming your way and a lot of scrutiny and things of that nature, but just stay focused and never forget why you started this.
That's dope. And the record that's banging right now that we're banging, Out the Trunk, Busta Rhymes. Now, if I'm hearing this story straight, this record almost didn't make the album. Talk about this. Talk about how Out the Trunk came about.
Out the Trunk came about. We was already out in Europe shooting the cover for the album.
Yeah.
We assumed it was done. We already had the deal. We already had the date on. We was approaching the date and everything. So we was trying to get everything locked in. But Exile, him and his talented self, he made one more beat. And he sent it to me while I was in Europe. And I played it for Nas while we was out in Germany. And Nas kind of instantly just sent it to Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? I'm doing my Nas voice right now. Hey, yo, we need Busta on this one. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, we need Busta on that one. And sure enough, that's what happened. Esco got Busta to hop on it. Busta heard it and became an instant fan. He was like, yo, who is this kid?
Yeah.
And I finally touched Busta Rhymes' radar, and he became a fan, and he was like, yeah, I'm about to hop on that and make sure it says featuring Busta Rhymes. He was really adamant about that. He was like, make sure it says featuring me. And couldn't be more honored, man.
It's a crazy record, man. I mean, we premiered it right here on B95. The first day we played it, like it's Shazam top 10 right here in Fresno. And it was just like, you just see the buzz about the record, man. Out the Trunk, Busta Rhymes, Fashawn. One last thing, man, obviously a Fresno native. You represent it in your music, even on that record. Always in your shows, you're wearing Grizzly stuff. What did you got to say is the best part about Fresno, man? The culture and everything that we got going on. What's your favorite part about the city?
I feel like it's like we have our own. Now we have our own identity, man. You know, now we got our own culture and we on our own stuff. We don't have to try to act like we're from somewhere else now. You know what I mean? It's like this city finally has
its own identity.
It's our own identity, and I think that's the best thing about where the city's at now. But the things I've always loved about the city, man, it's an escape from, I guess, the cliches of California. You know, when people think California, you think beaches,
Yeah.
Beaches and babes.
Palm trees and stuff, yeah.
Palm trees and women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
we're our own little area.
Yeah, we got our own style, man. It's like it's one of the most unique cities in California. So yeah, that's what I say would be my favorite thing about Fresno. Just to say that I'm from Fresno. That's the reason why I'm proud to say it.
All right, before I let you go, man, last plugs as far as what you got coming up. I know you got the tour, your Twitter, your Instagram. Go ahead and plug all that right now.
Sir, man, check me out on Instagram, The Real Fashawn. Check me out on Twitter, @Fashawn. And check my YouTube page, Fashawn TV. Oh, yeah, man, just check me out anywhere, man. We out here, man. There's a Grizzly City, like, everywhere, you know what I mean? So it's a state of mind more than it is like a city, you know?
And the tour, when's that kick off?
That is February 26th. We start off in LA.
Okay.
And I think we end in California too.
There it is.
Yeah, man.
So, man, there it is. The homie Fashawn. A great day, man. The Ecology, if you haven't already, you gotta go get that. You gotta go get that, man. Classic, instant classic album. Fashawn, we proud of you, man. You stay representing SoCal. I mean, you got it tatted up around you. And much success to you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Jizzo. My man.
There it is.